Hello, my name is Jordan Sprakis. I'm an English major at Coastal Carolina University, and I'm a photography minor as well. So this project is funded by the Athenaeum Press. It is a student-based and faculty-based research facility. Our unofficial motto for the Athenaeum Press is "Local Stories Matter." So we wanted to present and project imagery and information particular to South Carolina as well as a little bit of North Carolina. And something that is not widely known is the impact of piracy on the Carolinas. The Carolinas were home to some of the most fierce and infamous pirates. We all know Blackbeard, but there was also Stede Bonnet and Anne Bonny. And we wanted to present that information in both a very personable and informative way.
My name is Leah Alford, and I'm a digital culture and design major with a photography minor and journalism minor. I started out by distinguishing, hey, I want to take pictures, and after that, we started just kind of doing some broad research about what piracy was and who were pirates and where were they in the Carolinas. And after that, I started researching where we could go to find locations and where they were.
I took photos for this project. I helped with the creative process. I wrote things down. Also did a lot of written work and creative process, design work, and it's all showcased. I feel like a lot of my presence is in this exhibit as well as everybody else in my peer group.
One of my lovely classmates gave me a couple of these pictures, and I was like, we could actually blow these up and make them create something that's a little bit more visually appealing and that tells a little bit more of a story in depth and how gruesome and harsh the end of piracy was. I really liked how collaborative everything was. I've never been in a situation where someone was like, we could actually make this happen and let's make it happen. This is a really good idea. And I just find that to be a very rewarding experience.
My favorite part of this project was the places I went to. We had a school function field trip to North Carolina initially, where all the students came along with us. And then me and my partner and Easton, we went to Little River together. We went to the Barrier Islands. I saw landscapes and sights that I didn't even know existed in South Carolina. And it was almost like I went on an adventure. I feel like I grew professionally with the photos that I took, but I also grew artistically and maybe emotionally as well. The challenges we faced were we wanted to have all these elements that we suggested in the exhibit. We workshopped them, we worked through them. So the creative process was a challenge, but it wasn't so much so that it caused any friction. And we all had the same idea, we all had the same page. We wanted to produce a product that is both professional, has personality, and conveys plenty of information.
A couple of times there was roadblocks, artist block, writer's block, some type of block that we all faced, and we just didn't know what direction to go into with the things that we are seeing or hearing with the writing process or visually. And it just took, we would leave for the weekend and come back and just be like, okay, now let's get this done. What are we trying to do here? What are we trying to convey? And if it doesn't work out one class period, then we can come back the next one and figure it out some more.
Not many people know about the rich history of South Carolina, or Myrtle Beach is left up to be a very tourist attraction. But there's almost a pride that comes in knowing your local history. And piracy is big, it's fanatical. People love pirates, and presenting that information and showcasing it, that this is your local story. Local stories are our story. So there's something very personable about this project.
I feel like it's important for viewers to know where they are. I grew up in South Carolina, and I grew up in Charleston, actually. I've realized over the past couple of years that it's actually a really prevalent place that history has grown into, and knowing all of that and like seeing someone walking past me and looking at a placard, it makes me wonder if they actually know what they're looking at or where they're standing. So with all of this, telling history like this, it brings on a new element of understanding.
I want people to have a good experience, visually, fun. I want people to learn something first and foremost, dispel the myths, and learn the history. Read some names that you haven't heard before, and be inspired to go see the places that are still untouched by time. Charleston exists, the Barrier Islands exist, Ocracoke exists, and it's almost the same as what the pirates saw back then.